Welcome to today's video, where we'll be discussing 4 important things a man should never do for a woman. Relationships are built on mutual respect and understanding, but sometimes in the name of love, boundaries can get blurred. It's essential to recognize where to draw the line, not just for your own well-being, but for the health of the relationship itself. In the next scenes, we'll explore these boundaries, why they matter, and how maintaining them can actually strengthen your connection. Let's dive in and set the foundation for a balanced and fulfilling partnership. Before we get into specifics, let's talk about boundaries. Boundaries are the invisible lines that define what's acceptable and what's not in any relationship. They help both partners feel safe, respected, and valued. When boundaries are crossed, it can lead to resentment, frustration, and even the breakdown of trust. For men, understanding and maintaining these boundaries is crucial. It's not about being rigid or unkind, but about protecting your self-respect and ensuring a healthy dynamic. Now, let's look at the first thing a man should never do for a woman. First thing a man should never do is sacrifice his core values for a woman. Your values are the foundation of who you are, your beliefs, morals, and principles. When you compromise these for someone else, you risk losing your sense of self. It might seem like a small concession at first, but over time it can lead to deep dissatisfaction and regret. A healthy relationship should support your values, not challenge them. Remember, staying true to yourself is not selfish, it's essential for genuine connection. It's easy to get swept up in a relationship and start molding yourself to fit your partner's expectations, but losing your personal identity is a mistake. A man should never give up his hobbies, friendships, or passions just to please a woman. These aspects make you unique and interesting. When you abandon them, not only do you lose a part of yourself, but the relationship can also become less fulfilling. Maintaining your individuality keeps the connection fresh and prevents codependency. Another pitfall is overextending yourself financially for a woman. While generosity is a wonderful trait, it's important to recognize your limits. Spending beyond your means to impress or satisfy someone can lead to stress, debt, and resentment. A healthy relationship is not built on material gifts or financial sacrifice. Instead, it thrives on emotional support, trust, and shared experiences. Always prioritize your financial well-being and communicate openly about money matters. Self-care is often overlooked in relationships, but it's crucial. A man should never neglect his own health, happiness, or well-being for a woman. Whether it's skipping the gym, ignoring your mental health, or sacrificing sleep, these choices can take a toll over time. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. Taking care of yourself ensures you have the energy and positivity to contribute to the relationship. Prioritize your needs and encourage your partner to do the same. Many men feel pressured to hide their emotions, especially in relationships. However, suppressing your feelings to avoid conflict or appear strong is not healthy. A man should never bottle up his emotions for a woman. Open communication is key to intimacy and trust. Sharing your thoughts and feelings allows your partner to understand you better and strengthens your bond. Vulnerability is not a weakness, it's a sign of strength and authenticity. Sometimes in the excitement of a new relationship, it's tempting to overlook warning signs, but ignoring red flags can lead to bigger problems down the road. Whether it's disrespect, dishonesty, or controlling behavior, a man should never turn a blind eye to these issues for the sake of keeping the peace. Addressing concerns early on protects both you and the relationship from unnecessary pain. Trust your instincts and don't be afraid to speak up. Everyone makes mistakes, but overcompensating for them is a trap. A man should never feel obligated to go above and beyond to make up for minor errors or misunderstandings. Apologize sincerely, learn from the experience, and move forward. Constantly trying to prove your worth can create an unhealthy dynamic and erode your self-esteem. Remember, a strong relationship is built on forgiveness and growth, not perfection. Ambitions and dreams are a vital part of who you are. A man should never give up his career goals or personal aspirations solely to please a woman. While compromise is part of any relationship, sacrificing your future can lead to regret and resentment. Support each other's dreams and find ways to grow together. A partnership should inspire you to reach your full potential, not hold you back. Respect is the cornerstone of any healthy relationship. A man should never accept disrespectful behavior from a woman, whether it's in the form of insults, belittling, or manipulation. Tolerating such actions can damage your self-esteem and set a negative precedent. Stand up for yourself and communicate your boundaries clearly. Mutual respect is non-negotiable and essential for lasting love. It's natural to grow and evolve in a relationship, but changing your core beliefs to fit someone else's expectations is a mistake. A man should never feel pressured to abandon his faith, culture, or deeply held convictions for a woman. True love embraces differences and encourages authenticity. Stay grounded in what matters most to you and seek a partner who values your individuality. Dependence in a relationship can quickly become unhealthy if it goes too far. A man should never rely entirely on a woman for emotional support, decision-making, or happiness. Maintaining a sense of independence ensures that both partners contribute equally and feel empowered. Balance is key, support each other, but don't lose your autonomy in the process. Personal growth should never take a backseat in a relationship. A man should continue to pursue learning, self-improvement, and new experiences regardless of his partner's interests. Stagnation can lead to boredom and dissatisfaction for both people. Encourage each other to grow individually and as a couple. This not only enriches your lives but also keeps the relationship dynamic and exciting. Friendships are an important part of a fulfilling life. A man should never cut off his friends just to make a woman happy. True partners understand the value of outside relationships and encourage social connections. Isolating yourself can lead to loneliness and resentment. Maintain your friendships and make time for the people who matter to you. Open communication is vital for any relationship. A man should never suppress his opinions or avoid honest conversations just to keep the peace. Sharing your thoughts, even when they differ, fosters understanding and respect. Healthy disagreements can lead to growth and deeper connection. Don't be afraid to speak your mind and listen to your partner's perspective as well. Self-respect is non-negotiable. A man should never compromise his dignity or self-worth for a woman. This means standing up for yourself, setting boundaries, and refusing to tolerate mistreatment. When you respect yourself, others are more likely to do the same. Remember, a strong relationship is built on mutual admiration and appreciation. Family often plays a significant role in our lives. A man should never feel pressured to distance himself from his family for a woman. Healthy relationships respect and support family bonds. Cutting ties can lead to regret and a sense of loss. Strive for balance and involve your partner in your family life when possible. It's worth repeating, never ignore red flags in a relationship. Whether it's controlling behavior, dishonesty, or lack of respect, these signs should not be overlooked. Addressing issues early can prevent bigger problems later. Trust your instincts and prioritize your well-being. Gifts can be a lovely way to show affection, but using them to compensate for problems or win approval is not healthy. A man should never feel obligated to shower a woman with presents to gain her love or forgiveness. Genuine connection comes from emotional intimacy, not material things. Focus on building trust and understanding instead. Everyone needs personal space, even in the closest relationships. A man should never feel guilty for wanting time alone to recharge or pursue his interests. Respecting each other's need for space leads to a healthier, more balanced partnership. Encourage your partner to do the same and enjoy the time you spend together even more. Boundaries are essential for any relationship to thrive. A man should never ignore his own boundaries or those of his partner. Clearly defined boundaries prevent misunderstandings and foster mutual respect. Discuss your limits openly and revisit them as your relationship evolves. Your passions and interests are a big part of what makes you unique. A man should never give up his favorite activities or dreams just to fit into a woman's world. Pursuing your passions keeps you energized and fulfilled, which benefits the relationship as well. Encourage each other to follow your interests and celebrate your individuality. Manipulation can be subtle, but it's never acceptable. A man should never tolerate being manipulated or controlled by a woman. Healthy relationships are built on trust, honesty, and equality. If you notice manipulative behavior, address it directly and set firm boundaries. Mental health is just as important as physical health. A man should never ignore his mental well-being for the sake of a relationship. If you're feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or depressed, seek support and take time to heal. A strong partnership is one where both people prioritize their mental health and support each other through challenges. Personal goals give life direction and purpose. A man should never abandon his ambitions or plans for a woman. Instead, find ways to support each other's goals and celebrate achievements together. This creates a partnership where both people feel fulfilled and motivated. Authenticity is the foundation of a meaningful relationship. A man should never pretend to be someone he's not just to gain approval. Be honest about your likes, dislikes, and quirks. The right partner will appreciate you for who you truly are. Self-worth is crucial in any relationship. A man should never allow a woman to diminish his confidence or sense of value. Surround yourself with people who uplift and support you. Remember, you deserve love and respect just as much as anyone else. Physical health should never be sacrificed for a relationship. A man should continue to exercise, eat well, and take care of his body regardless of his partner's habits. Encourage each other to stay healthy and active together. This not only benefits you individually but also strengthens your bond. Desires and needs are a natural part of any relationship. A man should never suppress his own desires or needs just to avoid conflict or please a woman. Openly discussing what you want leads to greater satisfaction and intimacy. Don't be afraid to express yourself and listen to your partner's needs as well. It's important to emphasize, never ignore red flags no matter how small they seem. Patterns of disrespect, dishonesty, or manipulation should never be tolerated. Addressing these issues early can save you from heartache in the future. Trust your gut and prioritize your well-being. Dreams are what keep us motivated and inspired. A man should never give up his dreams for a woman. Instead, share your aspirations and encourage each other to pursue them. Supporting each other's dreams creates a powerful bond and a sense of partnership. Unfair expectations can put a strain on any relationship. A man should never feel pressured to meet unrealistic demands or standards set by a woman. Openly discuss your expectations and find common ground. Healthy relationships are built on compromise and understanding, not pressure. Self-improvement is a lifelong journey. A man should never stop learning or growing just because he's in a relationship. Encourage each other to pursue new skills, hobbies, and experiences. This keeps the relationship exciting and helps both partners become the best versions of themselves. Honesty is the best policy in any relationship. A man should never hide his true feelings out of fear or insecurity. Being open about your emotions fosters trust and deeper connection. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable and let your partner see the real you. Your happiness matters. A man should never sacrifice his own joy or well-being for a woman. A healthy relationship should bring out the best in both partners. If you find yourself consistently unhappy, it's time to reassess the situation and prioritize your needs. Never forget your value. A man should never allow a woman to make him feel unworthy or insignificant. Surround yourself with people who appreciate and respect you. Remember, you bring unique qualities to any relationship. Needs are a natural part of any relationship. A man should never suppress his own needs to avoid conflict or please a woman. Open communication about what you need leads to a more satisfying and balanced partnership. Don't be afraid to ask for what you want. Integrity is the foundation of trust. A man should never compromise his honesty or ethical standards for a woman. Stay true to your word and act with integrity in all situations. This builds trust and respect in the relationship. Emotional needs are just as important as physical ones. A man should never ignore his own emotional well-being for the sake of a relationship. Share your feelings, seek support, and make sure your needs are met. A healthy partnership is one where both people feel emotionally fulfilled. Your voice matters. A man should never silence his opinions or ideas for a woman. Expressing yourself honestly leads to better understanding and connection. Don't be afraid to speak up and share your perspective. Constructive feedback is helpful, but unfair criticism can be damaging. A man should never accept constant negativity or blame from a woman. Address concerns respectfully and stand up for yourself when necessary. Healthy relationships are built on encouragement and support. Joy is an essential part of life. A man should never give up the things that make him happy for a woman. Whether it's a favorite hobby, activity, or time with friends, make space for joy in your life. This positivity will reflect in your relationship as well. Your intuition is a powerful guide. A man should never ignore his gut feelings about a relationship. If something doesn't feel right, take time to reflect and address your concerns. Trusting yourself leads to better decisions and healthier relationships. Wrap up, remember that healthy boundaries are the key to a strong, lasting relationship. A man should never sacrifice his values, identity, or well-being for a woman. Instead, focus on building a partnership based on mutual respect, support, and understanding. By maintaining your individuality and honoring your needs, you create space for true love to flourish. Thank you for watching, and remember to always value yourself in every relationship.